Yay! Ah, fantastic. All right, it worked. Okay, I just had to reboot a few things, and here we are. Wonderful. Namaste, and wonderful to see you. Says I have an excellent connection, but I'm seeing a little bit of strangeness here. So hopefully you can hear me, you can see me. Hi, Sylvia. Hello, all you beautiful dolphin pod. And welcome. Today, what we're going to do is do an equinox meditation, and we're going to see what the dolphins have to say. I've got a lot of really beautiful dolphins here. These rainbow dolphins are for my people coming to the retreat. They're all different, and they're in this beautiful, joyful phase. So they've been here getting all kinds of beautiful upgrades, and we've got some really beautiful and yet really intense energies coming up. So it's a really awesome opportunity to allow yourself a chance to ride the waves, go through the portal of the equinox, and yet keep yourself aware that we're moving in, we're coming out of a couple of months of beautiful fast forward energies, a lot of fast forward stuff, but fast forward energies. So we still don't have any retrogrades for the equinox. And we have a new moon following the equinox. So we're going to look at those energies, and we're going to look at some dolphins, and then we're going to go ahead and see what they bring through to us. So you can enjoy a little bit of mint. This is what came through today for us, and it's re-energizing, which is great, which we need, right? Okay, beautiful. So let's dive in, and let's see here. Ooh, where did you go? Here we go. So let's see, we got here and here. All right, this is looking wacky. There we go. Okay. So I have, whoops. Hello. Thank you. You know, the phones and the computers are getting so smart that every time you barely move your cursor or something, 15 things open up and things fly off the screen, and this comes down over that, and it's extremely distracting to me. I find it extremely fracturing to focus, and I've been running around, so I'm a bit sweaty. Okay, now let's go ahead and welcome to the Infinite Show. Akasha here, Nan Akasha. And if you're not familiar with me, come check out nanakasha.com. If you're over there and you get on our email list, you'll be able to get notifications about everything we're doing. And if you subscribe to the YouTube channel and click notifications, you'll know when we go live, you know when we put something new up. And every week I do several things. And this week we won't be having the traditional spiritual weather report and the meditation, because I will be on my epic Equinox Dolphin Mayan retreat. So what I'm doing today is going to be giving you a little information about what's coming up this week. This is basically our spiritual weather report for the week. So remember that Saturn in Pisces, and watch the last spiritual weather report. They're all on a playlist for you, and the meditations too. And what we have is Saturn is something of restriction and structure, and it is, excuse me, going into the beautiful, intuitive, fluid, boundaryless sign of Pisces. And this is not just right now until the equinox, which starts the next year. This is for the next 2-3 years. And so it's going to mean a lot of changes, a lot of changes. So it could feel like your barriers, your inner prisons, like your mind, your beliefs, your fears, might be getting more blurry. They may be getting more less contained. What we really want to do is work with Saturn to say, what do you want to dissolve the structure of? Do you want to dissolve old beliefs that you're not good enough? Do you want to dissolve fears that speaking up or making money would be somehow harmful to you? I've seen them all. I've been doing this work for 36 years. myself and with lots and lots of people all over the world. I'm so excited. We got people flying in from Canada, flying in from Australia for this incredible retreat. And you're going to have an opportunity to come in July or December. So check it out. So remember that March equinox, okay, the equinox is fantastic. I love it. It's my favorite time of the year almost. And it's also this March, okay, the spring equinox is the start of the astrological new year. We're in Pisces right now. That's the last sign. That's also going to be giving you a little bit more energy of endings, right? And that's different than Saturn being in Pisces, all right? And then we have the start of the new year, which is Aries. So the equinox is on the 20th, 19th, 21st, even 22nd, depending on the tradition you're from, whether you look at the scientific exactness of it or you're here in the Mayan world, they celebrated 3 full days, and some of the pyramids that have an incredible equinox configuration where the sun comes through the portal, they have that on 3 days. So the sun will rise through a particular portal, or Kukulkan, the divine serpent guide that tells us we came down from above, we shed what we've learned and wind our way back up to our divine self, and that's what we're doing now. So equinox is a place of balance. It's exactly or close to being half dark, half light, half day, half night. Now, depending where you are, it's a shift of seasons. It could be into spring and summer, it could be into fall and winter. So that's also an energetic shift. And what I see is that we walk between the worlds. And that's why I like to do retreats and healing during this time, because we have an opportunity to be in a place where we're between the worlds. We have less pressure, we have less intensity, and we have that moment, a few days of that moment where we can see and feel and release and heal and receive so much more easily. Now, you're going to find and free all the patterns and release everything as you enter the new astrological year. So the equinox is always important, but this year we have a lot of volatile energy. And after the equinox, you're going to see dissolving, upheaval, big changes. So it's important to balance yourself and prepare so you don't get sucked into the theater, the theater and the drama. I spoke this, and clearly there were some typos. So the drama. Now, you want to enjoy a beautiful space. So give yourself, wherever you are, if you want to jump in, we just had somebody jump into the equinox retreat. If you still want to jump in, let me know. And but otherwise, really find at the time, honor this. Oh, I'm too busy. Oh, there's all these schedules. I don't care personally. Not that I don't care, but they're not more important than you, than your balance, than your spirituality, than your inner self, than your transformation. And then we get knocked down and we go, oh no, I can't be busy on my schedule anymore and run all over. I've got to be sick and lay down. Well, sometimes that's the only way that spirit can say, hey, take a little time for yourself. So start to do that. And like we've been saying, this is a time to end the old patterns. That could also be your spiritual routine. Change it up. Look for something different. Take a different class, do a different meditation, pull an old meditation out. I don't know what's calling to you, but I want you to prepare for the portal of light so that you can set intention for your highest good. You can tune into the start, the endings and the startings, right? And then Aries being the first sign, which will begin after the equinox. This is a very headstrong fire sign, okay? It's a cardinal sign, which means it starts things. We know that Aries is strong and it's forward energy and it's let's do it and it's confident, all right? And then we have no planets in retrograde, so it's a great time to plant the seeds for the new year. And even better, because on the 21st, we're going to have the first of 2 Aries new moons. And the second Aries new moon, why is that significant? Because there's usually one moon, a new moon, or full moon per sign. And yet, because of the way that they're falling, we're going to have this new moon in Aries just beginning. And then we're going to have one in April where during eclipse season. So be aware that if you see things falling apart in the world around you, it looks like drama, unplug from that and connect to your higher self. Connect to your dolphin guides, connect to your fairy guides, connect to your angels. Whatever you feel currently connected with or feel willing to open to, please, please, please do it, because what's going to happen next is a lot of shifts and changes. We never know how they're going to come. A lot of things starting, and there's a lot of polarity right now. There's a lot of intensity right now. There's a lot of people getting further apart. You're wrong, I'm right. You're wrong, I'm right. And that we have extremists on both sides. I want you to unplug yourself from all that extreme, and I want you to find a place of balance and joy in the middle of all of this. So let's go ahead and say hi to some of our dolphins. Hello, Pumpkin. How are you? This is Lumiere. And this is our floating meditation that we do. We're doing 2 or 3 of them. I can't remember now. This time, we're doing a lot more dolphins this time than we did in the past. And you can see that you float very comfortably, you get very, very deep, and the dolphins move around doing their healing work. They know what to do. They've been working with you. So, hello, Pumpkin. And we do healing work together. The dolphins like it when you act like a pod. So sometimes we hold hands and we swim and they come between us or up to us. Sometimes we do sacred geometric configurations like this and they come around. And sometimes we do circles and we open and invite them and they come in. And this is not anybody telling them to come in, okay? This is us playing and them playing. And so this is Regina and Estrella and a couple of the other beautiful ladies that are here. And this is Jonathan. He came to the first retreat that I did like this. And it was interesting because I met Jonathan and he told me, I really have a lifelong dream of being with the dolphins. And what was interesting when he left was he said, it was a dream come true. And it was beyond great. There's no ways to put it in word, the level of awesomeness of that experience. We got to be dolphins. So you get to kiss them and hold their heart. We're going to do eye to eye, and we're going to do third eye openings. And we're going to have floating meditations. We're going to do healing works on the dolphins and healing work on each other as they're doing their thing on us. So swimming with the dolphins, teaching them new communication ways. We get to do this, and then they get to communicate with us and tell us what to do. And it's really it's really part of the next level, and it is. And he also said when he left that I came for the dolphins, but the Mayan part of it, the Jaguar Vision Quest, the temples, he said it was so profound. I didn't expect it, but the Jaguar Vision meditation activation, I lead an intuitive activation every day, whether we're at a pyramid or in our condo, outside of the work with the dolphins. And he said that was really so incredibly profound because of what he received. So we do sacred ceremony with a variety of different shaman type ceremonial people. We did a peace pipe one. This is at the Jaguar Temple in a particular site. And we do them with wonderful, hello, this is Thor. And this is a little bit more of different ways that we can connect and let the dolphins come. They love sacred geometry. This is when we do healing with each other. And this is some of the sacred sites. This happens to be Tulum. It's one of the sites that we go to. Each retreat, we may go to a different site. It's really up to the land and to the ancient spirit guides, because I talk to them and we communicate. We go into the cenotes, these pure water caves. Sometimes they're open like this. Sometimes this time we're going into a sacred feminine womb-shaped one. That's extremely healing. This is one of the temples that we go to. It's quite incredible. This is a cacao ceremony. This time we're actually doing our cacao ceremony in this sacred feminine womb-like cenote, and we're going to have sound healing. It's going to be like a spa, actually very, very pampering. And we're going to be doing, you can see this, that this temple has eyes, it has ears, it has a crown chakra, it has a tree of life. It's in the jungle, is one of my favorite places to go. And we're going to be going here this time with Christian, and he's going to be doing a jaguar ceremony specifically for the equinox and on the equinox. So there you can see the light coming through the tree of life. You can see the ears. And we have all of these energies come together to give you frequency shift. So everything is frequency, everything is energy. You can't change anything in your life. And this is Perseus. Hola, Perseo. And this has become one of my incredible guides and friends. Is just channeling through. Perseus is, here's his mother, Osiris. And make sure that you check out the Dolphin Guides and Healing series. There's a Dolphin Healing playlist here on my YouTube channel for everything we did, because so much information has come through. And I'm doing sessions, dolphin healing sessions with everybody coming on the retreat. And the one this morning was quite amazing. Crystal dolphins, rainbow dolphin, silver dolphin was like a big goddess over her head, like the size of a whale, beaming down heart chakra over the crown. And the golden dolphins of Atlantis were underneath her like a river, just like so many of them, so deep it became almost like a moving foundation. And we can't play with Perseo yet. He's only 4 months old. She's however, we have all of these, hi sweetie, beautiful, beautiful beings that are here in Picasso to really show us and give us an opportunity to feel the joy when things fall apart in your life, the way that they are right now, right, for everybody. Then you have a chance to remember that everything is energy and that you created everything in the first place, and that there's a co-creative process going on, and that you are designed within you with the DNA. And that's what we're going to be working on. We're going to be flipping the dolphins and the spirit guides, the ancient Maya, the temples, the cenotes, the waters, they hold codes, the sacred ceremonies, and the pre-Hispanic music, and all of the chants. And this is multi-sensory or sensorial experiences. So we get tasting the cacao, or we have the incredible sensations of the jungle, or these other sacred things. They all come together to create a really profound portal, cocoon, whatever you want to call it, that we go through over 5 days together. And this is a continuous cumulative process that shifts and changes. So a lot of people come for healing in the physical body. A lot of people come to find their purpose or their soul. A lot of people come to find the new direction in their life. And a lot of people come, of course, for fun and to kiss dolphins. So I hope that you'll join me. There is an opportunity to really change the next few years. 24, 25, 2024, 2025 are incredibly intense years. And again, like I said, we read the astrology, we read it intuitively, we understand the energies, then we look at what's happening now. And it's the best we can do to not predict what's going to happen, but to understand the weather we're walking through, so that as things start to shift and change and come up, you're going to have more opportunity to connect with what's actually the most optimal for you at this time. All right. Okay, good. Hi, guys. Let's see if we can tune in now to our Delphines. And quite magical. I'm being encouraged to just share that when you move towards something that you want, something that you feel called to, let's say you're putting on an event, or you are moving into a new job, or you're thinking about moving, we've got to let go. Thank you. This little guy here is representing Perseus, Perseo in Spanish. There you go. And so you've got to remember that we're all conditioned. We have one of the structures that's hopefully going to dissolve, is the structure that we've been told that we have to plan it, we have to know it all, that we can't take action without knowing what's next. We can't take action without knowing where the money's coming from. We have to feel fear about lack, and or did we do it right? Or what if I do it wrong? Or what if I spend the money and I don't get it back? And on and on and on and on. Okay, so every part of you that says, I have to know before I can act, or I can't do that because it's, well, maybe it's just not the time. It's an easy way of getting yourself out of the path that's calling you. And yet the bigger picture is the world isn't waiting anymore. It's not like most of our life when we grew up, where things were very slow. They didn't change very quickly. This is change, shifting, things falling apart. And our natural conditioning is to say, be afraid. Okay, be afraid, be afraid, be afraid. Always, you have to be afraid. Oh no, this is bad. And then to talk about how bad everything is and to complain all the time. And if you're one of those people, please stop. Please get control of yourself. If you're around those people, please remove yourself from them. I have some of those in my family, and I like to find a way of communicating and connecting. And it's not always optimal to be who I am with you in my true self, where I'm looking for the information and looking for the positive, not just to be like, it's okay, everything's good, it's okay, everything's good. No, we want to ride down deep into those pains, and we want to go through it because that's where the door is that you're looking for. And so you can get into a space with somebody. Maybe you don't have a choice. Maybe you live with them and they're negative and they're watching the news and they're bitching and complaining about everything and they're full of fear and they don't want you to change and they don't want you to spend money and they don't want to whatever. Okay. And that is their choice, but you don't have to live their life. And we've all been taught that we have to live life for everyone else. And this is a big breakdown and a paradigm shift that's coming. And I can tell you that the ride's just going to keep getting more and more and more uncertain. We just don't know. And it's not something to get afraid of. It's jump on the ride, get up to speed, get connected to your spirit, develop your intuition, develop your spiritual practice, develop your ability to see, sense, and move energies. And whether it's just for you, you've got to develop this, visualize, mentally rehearse, use your skills. These are not silly. These are not stupid. I don't care what anyone else in your life says. They're not. And one day, all the naysayers are either, our earth is doing this, right? It's splitting into two earths. And which earth do you want to ride on? Right? Do you want to ride the one down into negativity and fear and restriction and judgment and all this crazy stuff we're seeing in the US, where people are passing laws that are like from the Middle Ages? I can't believe the Dark Ages is back. I'm like, what? What? And this is what people do who live in fear. They want to control. They want to lock it down. They want to tell you what to do. They want to pass laws to stop you. They want to turn you into the authorities. Okay? There's this constant need to control everything around you. And guess what? The people who go into those states, that go into those fears, if you're one of my students and you know the scale, then scale of consciousness, you know that down there in those heavy states, there's no light. There's no light. Down in guilt and blame and shame and grief and anger and craving and disappointment and victimhood and trying to control everything and being the greed is just out of control, and accumulating a ton of stocks or a ton of houses or a ton of money or a ton of whatever you think is going to make you safe, and then going around and passing laws to tell everybody else what to do. And you can't do that because it makes me upset, and you can't do that because I don't like it, and you can't do that because it makes you too free and too creative, and you need to do what I think you should do. This is the mindset we've been raised in, and it's the mindset, hopefully, you're one of the ones that's polarizing over into the light. The rest of the people, and these are people in politics, people on the news, people who are loud in your face. It might be your family, it might be anywhere else you see it. Just because they're going in that fear, you do not have to. They are not right. It is not the optimal path. Well, it should just be safe. No, Okay? Because you're literally choosing the reality that you're going to walk in. You're literally choosing whether to struggle, whether to suffer. You're literally choosing whether you want to walk a path connected to your higher self, still going through all these ups and downs, however, from a perspective of connected to your soul purpose. Because I'm seeing like amazing. The session I did this morning was amazing because it was all these dolphins and things were coming and so on. But there were two things that came through significantly, and they were energies from other lives that have wisdom, that have powers, that have pains, that have wounds. One didn't know it was dead, didn't know what to do, was so confused, so full of grief, so much in shock that was still there. And so we have to we need to be putting our energy into balancing ourselves in the equinox, bringing all these parts of us together into a space of acceptance, into a space of forgiveness, into a space of harmony, into a space of compassion. Then we transcend all this stuff. And believe me, you don't have to control everyone else to feel good, to feel happy, to feel safe. You don't. That's what we were taught. And that's what's breaking down. So I know my work with Saturn over the next several years in Pisces is definitely going to be focused on, thank you, show me what other structures I'm ready to dissolve that are optimal, or show me how we put structure into our intuition. Think about that. So Saturn bringing structure and containment and restrictions is also creating an organized space within which you can become an expert if you're willing to listen. And so that's also aspects that maybe more intuitives will become more experts, seen as experts. Maybe there'll be more and more structure to developing your intuition instead of the government spending bazillions of dollars on developing intuition for war and spying and other ridiculously evil stuff, or businessmen and really high-level successful people in that area paying to develop their intuition. Nobody's told you to develop your intuition, have they? No, most likely they've said, don't do that. It's weird and it's not correct. Be responsible, go get a job. So that's a little mantra I would say. Be responsible, go get a job. That makes me feel comfortable. Then waste your life and live your life for me. No, I'm not doing it. I hope you're not doing it anymore. Okay, is the rant over? A little bit. Okay, thank you. So next year we also have those dragon energy. So I got my dragon here nowadays. Lovely dragon this lady made for me. It's filled with goodies inside, crystals and things. And that's going to be a really big different energy. So this year is rapid, and it's got the loving home energy, but there's going to be all of this shifting happening this year. So it's a great time to get your home comfy and create your space for you, okay? Not from fear. Don't fill anything with fear. Okay, good. So let's go ahead and see about our equinox. And yes, somebody's talking. ¿Qué pasó, mi amigas? Oh, it's you. All right, so we have a little prosperity frog here made out of jade. Isn't she cute? And frogs and toads, often in many cultures, represent prosperity and also cleansing and the ability to exude, right? They can absorb and exude things through their skin. And she's saying that this is a great time to be prosperous as you cleanse, because you're going to be reclaiming and regaining so much of you that has been limited, has been forgotten, or been blocked because of fear. And now the cleansing is going to be like a fresh rain that's bringing abundance and life force and bringing. If you ever notice, if you live near nature, as soon as the rains come, lots of life force comes back. Life waits for it, and then the seeds and the plants and the bugs and other things start to be born. Yes, okay, we'll put you right here. Namaste. Ah, okay. I want to check on y'all. Y'all. Everything good? Hi, Destine. Hi, Enza. Dolphin devotee. I love that. Oh, fantastic. I saw a beautiful little video clip of a whale coming up, enormous whale. Ooh, I think it was a humpback whale, and next to this boat. And the guy on the boat was picking, they called it whale lice. Looked like big round barnacle-y things, picking them off of his head. And he loved it. And he turned around. He was like, okay. And then he went down. He came back up. All right, do a little bit more. And I thought that seeing that co-creation, that support of each other, that respect of each other, and supporting and being a loving support instead of trying to limit somebody or tell them what to do, but to be like, let me help you out there. It was an extremely sweet energy, extremely beautiful energy. All right. So go ahead and close your eyes. Oh, I can do that. I like that. I think I can. Is that more interesting? uh, okay. All right. So we're going to begin as you connect to this sacred space. There's an infinity healing chamber all around you. And the spherical consciousness, this space, is enveloping the energies and holding you in clarity, reverence, protection. They're showing awakening. I now saying this something different. Opening, I guess. Opening. And we're going to start by doing some infinity weaving over your crown, back and forth, bringing energies in, removing energies. Now we're going to do this in your awareness on your crown and say to yourself, I am ready and willing, and I am open and receptive. Be a clear and open channel for my highest good. Oh, that's it. So this light weaving became very different all around the head in different ways, front to back, over and over, like the sun and the moon move overhead and go underneath and then around, then in more directions around the head. Thank you. So the guidance is this energy is both surrounding the head so that you have a layer of space between you and anything negative or any drama or anything that wants to interrupt your flow. And it's also creating a flow in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 dimensions. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, through the eyes, through the nose, down into the throat, up to the ears, down the throat, up to the ears, and down through the throat, and up to the ears, throat. Moving back and forth right now here in the heart and down the arm. So, our little prosperity frog is in the left palm. Their sail, their little dolphin, ancient soul, is in the right palm. Might feel these energies as well as your arms. You can extend your arms in the physical, like I am, or you can just do it with your mind. Palms up, and then bring them slowly together, but very extended, as if you're getting ready to hug someone. Enormous. Then come together right in front of you, out in front of you, with your arms outstretched in a circle. In this circle in front of you, the dolphins are playing. They're filling it with this divine turquoise water. And they're playing and playing and playing. They're asking you to just keep going now, cross the hands, keep coming around and hug yourself. And you could drop your arms down. we enter this beautiful dolphin pool, this etheric space between the worlds. We ask that this guidance give us exactly what is optimal for each of us at this time. And we are open, willing, and loving channels. Receive with grace, gratitude. Now, right here in your heart, in front of your heart, there is waters so clear, so pure, so turquoise, that green, that they're sparkling with light. And that light seems to be shining like when the sunlight hits the water just right, and it comes like a star. And there's so many dolphins playing in here. There's our pod, and that we're going to play with in a few days. And there's all the other ones that I've ever played with. And every dolphin that you've ever encountered, visually they're saying, or in person, they're here. And they're swimming in front of your heart as far as your physical body goes. However, your physical body is the center point, and the chakra goes all the way around you. So you are standing in the center of beautiful liquid light. And I'm seeing it as if I'm looking down, and they're playing and playing and playing, but now there's energies going around. The rainbow dolphins have come in, and they're going around the outer ring. They're moving again to the counterclockwise. They're like unraveling things. They said that the equinox is a moment where you get to open to energies you can't normally see. And the difference this time is that as you open, you're going to be freed to keep that connection longer. And when you call it, it's not just walking through a door and forgetting it. And the rainbow dolphins are saying, around this space and around this space, we want to have the energies all ready for you, bringing all the energies to hold you in the sacred space. So it's all around the edges of your heart chakra. And you sense and feel where that is. Is it very close to your body? Is it very far from your body? Is it a foot or two or three from your body? Notice that. And they ask your permission now to expand that beautiful vortex, light and energy. They ask your permission that as they go, that they unravel and they turn back the time, and they go through your life and your soul and unravel this wound and unravel that pain and unravel that moment that's kept you paralyzed or procrastinating or uncertain. They're unwrapping, unraveling, releasing, and now feel that they're stretching your beautiful energy out. They're stretching and expanding, stretching and expanding, stretching, expanding, center. So now there is just one dolphin in the center. It's coming up just high enough to look you directly in the eye. Take a look at what your dolphin guide looks like, feels like. You feel that eye to eye connection. You don't have to have your physical eyes open, have an eye to eye connection. You have an inner eye, the brain, an eye in the heart, eyes in your palms, eyes in many places. So as you connect to your dolphin, this is your equinox guide. And message is that the new moon is this exquisite combination of the equinox and then the new moon and the endings with Pisces and the dissolving and the intuitive fluidity moving into the fiery face forward, head forward, wisdom and confidence of Aries. And then that new moon is where you will plant the seeds. Energies within you are the seeds. They will know what you are doing, what you are thinking, what you are feeling. Do you believe that you're blocked? Do you feel like you're doomed? Do you feel confused, betrayed, or uncertain? The saying, could you dive deeper into that and be freed of it? Because this is an opportunity to walk between the worlds, to receive connections from old parts of you, other lives, parts of your soul, your gifts, receive connections to other people, past, present, or future, to receive downloads and freedom that allow you to so beautifully express. It's like a gracefulness now, expressing, expressing, like an espresso, like being pushed out. And what comes out is just the deliciousness of your center. And then you will immediately move into this new moon. And this new moon has a connection to the eclipse new moon in April. And it's going to give you the solidity, it's going to give you the answers, it's going to give you the opportunity to stand up and say, yes, I am ready and willing to know who I am. Yes, I am ready and willing to, whatever amount of times it takes to keep pulling the weeds out of the brain, out of the mind, out of the cells, out of the heart, out of the sacral, out of the solar plexus. Keep weeding, keep saying, okay, let's let go of that. Okay, let's let go of that. Okay, that's what that person says. That's theirs. Okay, that's what that person said to me, but that's not my truth. That was their truth. That was their attempt to control me for their own comfort. And now the dolphin that's here wants to dive with you. They're saying, we can go down to a deep level and I can show you something. You have to say yes. To take a moment and really decide, is this a moment that you're willing to see a deeper part of you so that when you walk between the worlds, you know that this is going to be freed and you can plant something new. So the dolphin jumps, and as it comes back down into the waters of your heart chakra, you begin to dive down. There's no effort. It's like you are one with the dolphin and you can breathe and see and move like you move so beautifully, gracefully down. Deeper and deeper you dive into your heart, the darker and darker it feels, it senses like it's denser and it's darker. Now you begin to move through what seems like caves, like underwater caves, moving graciously, gracefully, and gratefully. Weaving through these, your dolphin guide knows exactly where to take you. You notice that some of these caves feel familiar, and you realize, yes, this is my heart. My heart has depth. My heart has memories, and my heart has my soul's plan and power, intelligence. The plan of your soul is not to hide who you are. So all the times you felt unsafe, and all the times that you felt fear, and all the times you don't know why, you feel stuck, lost, isolated, afraid. or you feel so excited to do something and you don't know how. You feel limited by anything around you. These are the caves where you've hidden the powers and the gifts. These are the places that limit the power of your heart. The power of your heart is to overwhelm everything in your life and create the reality around you so that you can become your own planet. And your planet can be exactly the way that you love. Now, after going past these, you now are entering a big opening. And as you enter, I can see the dolphin's face almost like it's straight into my face. So you are seeing through the dolphin's eyes, the dolphin's perception, their sonar, all of their frequency abilities, their capacity for this incredible ability to scan everything, to receive frequencies, to encode things, to transform. So you move into this cave and you're scanning it, very dark. You can scan it, you can sense the side, sense the bottom. You can sense the depth as you go deeper and deeper. And as you go deeper, you keep unwinding. Those rainbow dolphins are still unraveling and expanding. You say, yes, I release it all as aligned to my highest good and what's optimal for time. Now, this is a moment of freedom and prosperity. What path do you want to take? Do you want to say, yes, I'm willing to accept that I am the creator? And yes, I'm willing to access these deep places and know my frequency. Because the dolphin is now hovering. And this cave is expanded, it's quite large. There's a sound of some trickles of waters, and you can see and sense that deep within here, it is a crystal cave. Because your heart is a crystallized part of your soul, your intention, the design that you make. So will you take your powers out of perception? The dolphin says, look through my eyes, sense and see how I scan everything. I don't judge it, I just receive it. It comes to me, I let it form and shape, take place within me. Keep filling in. What is this place like? What is the fear? What is the pain? What is the block? Anything that you are meant to know now is here for you. As you accept this merging of dolphin vision and your own inner ability and see, sense, receive information and energy in all forms, they're merging together. And now you go right towards the deepest, densest, most painful part of this. And you burst through it just like that. You feel like you've almost run at a wall, but it wasn't a wall. You moved right through it. It seemed thick and heavy and dense. It seemed impossible. It seemed hidden. And yet you went right through it. As you go right through it, you now see the crystal. What do they look like? This is your cave of crystal wisdom. This is a place that you've stored a lot of your powers. your intuition abilities to create, alchemize, abilities to communicate with multiple realms, travel, move in and out of the body, access your multidimensional self. Look around, enjoy the crystals, this cave deep within your heart. Now the light begins to shine. You feel like it's reflecting off of all these crystals, and there's rainbow light all around you. It's bouncing off and coming from so many crystal points around you, through you. Be bathed in the crystalline frequencies of your own divine heart. Receive the rainbow codes of your future soul design self. As they're bouncing around, they're moving through you. It's like lasers, and they are removing and releasing and crossing and creating this network of light. These crystals are encoded by your soul and your heart, and they know exactly what is optimal. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti. Om. The essence of Om, the currency of the universe. The peace of Om Shanti. You feel stillness now. The lights become still. The cave begins to expand. You no longer see edges. You no longer perceive this as a cave. It is expanding in every direction, out, above, front, behind, 360 degrees. Space is growing and growing and growing and growing. And now the rainbow dolphins are moving clockwise, and they're starting to bring energy and create energy, and they're changing your flow. You feel this vortex lifting you up. Your guide dolphin is now rising up from this. There's only light coming down, like an oculus in a cenote. And the light is almost blinding, but you know that it's the sun, it's the moon, it's your light, it's your womb of your creation. You move up and up and up and up, and you keep getting higher and higher and higher and higher, and you feel all that past and all that pain moving away. You feel so much space within you. And the faster you go, the higher you go, the more you see and sense you're about to break free. You're about to break the surface of all the limits and all the places that said, no, you can't, you shouldn't, you won't, you don't deserve. You are infinite. And now you burst through that barrier, that surface. You fly high as your dolphin guide. You feel now, instead of you are one with it, that you are riding on it, that you are riding with it, and that together you are laughing and you're playing and you're feeling the light, and you're seeing now that those crystals are within you and that rainbow light is being emitted from you, and you are the light. And you are the encoded crystal, and you are the one that is ready to wake up, and you are the one that's walked through this portal and opened in this balance. You've gone to the deepest part and you've walked through. As you soar free, you begin to feel serenity, enveloped now in the new moon. The darkness old. You relax with a smile on your face, and rainbows reflecting out of your forehead and your brain like you're a giant crystal. You feel a sense of freedom, satisfaction, joy, relief, release. And now you sink down deeply into this beautiful new moon womb. And as you do, you know that your crystals, the crystalline structure that you are remembering and transforming into, codes that your crystalline internal patterns and blueprint hold, are settling down. And like a seed being buried down deep, you let yourself be engulfed by this love and this space. I am the seed from my heart that has been hidden in this deep cave. My heart, I am allowing it now to be seated in my crown, my mind, my body, be seated in my inner vision, seated and seated. And you surrender. You feel all these energies around you are nurturing and loving. And you feel a sense of stirring within. It's a different frequency, it's a different vibration. It's stirring from a part of you that you can't imagine in the past. This is like there's no fear, there's no limits, there's no what ifs. There's just this stirring, these rainbows, and this sense of beauty. I am so beautiful. I am so precious. I am so exquisite. I am so unique. I am so incredibly full of light and multiple dimensions. I am the prism that takes the white light, and I am the one that creates the rainbows, and I am the one that creates the pyramids, and I am the one that creates the temples. I'm the one that creates the families. I'm the one that creates the world. I am the one that builds the houses. I am the one that talks to the trees. I am the one that travels the vistas of far off places and stars, and I am the one that communicates with the celestials, that talks with the moon, that walks in reverence. Now, as you surrender into the sense that these crystals reflecting light, even though they're buried in this darkness, they are being so nurtured and so loved and so wrapped in everything you ever needed to be the perfect environment, to be the perfect support for this deep crystal code in your heart, that you sense it now and feel that after you move through that new moon, it sprouts roots that grow through the brain like new neural pathways. It sprouts roots that move into the electrical wiring and to the veins and to the meridians and all of the wires in the body, in the chakras. It moves now, downloading itself. And as you emerge, you can sense that stirring. This new seed one you've never perceived, you've never received, you've never known, now growing from you. There's nothing in that cave anymore that you've buried, that you fear. You've reclaimed it. And all around you, you're bathed in rainbow energy, gold light, violet flame, blue glowing beings and dolphins weaving now through the throat. Beautiful silver dolphins jumping over you. Gold dolphin, silver dolphin, gold dolphin, silver dolphin, just like Pisces, two parts of this flow over you, over you, over you, over you. Yes. Declare, I am that I am, and I accept this healing, and I accept this transformation, and I accept this part of me, known or unknown. I accept everything that I've been gifted with gratitude and joy. I'm ready to play. I'm ready to experience. I'm ready to allow this to take root within me, this to be the guidance when something happens, this to be my authority, this to be the lenses I wear to see life. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Feel all these energies supporting you, shifting, moving. You are entering a new world, beloved. Repeat this 3 times. Be sure that you know as you move through that equinox, this is happening whether you remember it or not. This is happening because this is your reality in your field, in your mind, because you are the creator. On the mental plane, see and sense these crystals, the rainbow energies, the roots moving through your light body. Thank you, I accept. Feel your body. Thank you, I accept. Feel the flow. Thank you, I accept. Now, bring it all the way down your own root, like you are bringing the crystals from your heart's cave into your root. They're growing from the crown to the root. You now have a pulse. It's a new pulse. It's not an ancient pulse. This is something you've never been. This is a part of you that you have connected with. And now in this moment, it opens frequencies you've never ever felt. You feel that pinging back and forth, up and down, root, crown, root, crown, root, crown, root, crown. Take a deep breath in. Allow it to keep moving. 3, 2, 1. Dolphin breath out. I am that I am. Ea Escher Ea. Thank you for connecting me, healing me, freeing me. Thank you for all that is, all that this was. And thank you for all that I am ready to become. I am a creator of this new world. I am a rainbow tribe. I agree from this moment forward to see, to remember these beautiful dolphin realms unraveling and then building me up, diving deep and caring for me, taking me into the parts of me I have feared or forgotten, showing me and giving me dolphin vision, opening and awakening my crystals and my crown, and bringing me back with a new frequency. Now allow yourself to feel your body. Run your hands over your skin and your arms. Touch your face. Tap your forehead. Feel your crown. You are a rainbow crystalline being. You create from white light, because you know within white light is everything that is ever required. And you are the prism. Now, as you complete this journey, take time to feel this, anchor it. What are the messages you've received? What are the visions you've received? Honor your intuitive senses. There's so many of them, and there's so much communication that has come through. I don't need to know it logically. I accept, I accept, I accept. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. We give great thanks for this beautiful, beautiful equinox healing. May this circle be open yet unbroken, and each person be connected clearly to their frequency, to their new seeds. And as they go through this process now in physical 3D time, that these energies will be they will be within, they will be around. These dolphin guides, beautiful frog, the cleansing, the prosperity, freedom, the unraveling, the becoming, the reweaving. It's all here for you. Bathe yourself in gratitude. Send that gratitude out. Send it deep within. Send it down to your dark caves. Send it out to your soul and to every life within it. Now send it through your body into everything in your room, from the floor to the ceiling. Send it into your chair, send it into your table, send it into your phone or your computer. And send it out into the people and the land. Send it into the town and the earth. Send it out to the celestials, and send it down to inner earth, to the Lemurians and all those that live within the earth. Send it down to the deep inner sea, beneath the sea that you've been to today. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Namaste. I'm a little surprised at how much came through. At first, it felt just beautiful, and then it was such a profound healing. So I think that the guidance was to repeat it 3 times if you're here live. Today is one. You can do it anytime you want. You can do it today, tomorrow, do it all 3 days leading up to the equinox, do it more if you want. Remember that when we work on these levels, we're working in the true creative realm. The 3D is the last thing to form. It's the last thing for something to manifest in. So when you have a disease manifest in your body, it started in the mind, it started in the emotions, it started in another life, it started somewhere else. And it's always in your field where you can find it, unravel it, and reclaim the codes, the blueprint of your soul. Your soul might have blueprints that say, we're going to have this issue and we're going to have this thing, because it's completing all these parts of your soul. Whew, I'm having a hard time talking right now. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful and blessed day. Namaste. I'm so looking forward to the retreat. Oh my goodness. So I'll do my best to share with you as we're there, working with our dolphin friends, going into our sacred waters, connecting with the sacred jaguar spirit and the ancient Maya and all of this. And it's all going to come through us out to you, out to the world. We do nothing just for ourselves, even though we think we might. And this is part of our new expanded awareness of who we are. I'm not this limited, tiny being who's lived this sad, poor life, or this incredible life, or this up and down life. I am so much more. Thank you, everybody. I love you dearly. Take care. Namaste.